So I've seen a lot of people in the past couple of days talking about how H1Z1 might be adding players to their own game. Now, on the 18th, the game peaked at 8,534 players. That is a lot of players, and that is much higher than it has been in a long time. It's actually been since September. In September, it only hit 7K. In July, it actually hit close to 10K, but other than that, it was 5K in August, and it didn't even reach 5K in October. So why all of a sudden almost 9K players are playing, and why did it go up 1.5K within an hour? A lot of people think that they are adding bots or, raising the Steam charts on their own. Now, I cannot confirm or deny that, but I can tell you that I can connect to the three major regions on H1Z1 from where I live. I can connect to NA, obviously, I can connect to EU, and I can connect to Asia. And I can tell you that tonight there was about 5K players on the game, and I joined EU. There were 20 people in a solo. I joined NA. There were 19 people in a solo, and I joined Asia, and there were 5 people in a solo. I don't really know where all the players are or how there is that many players on when the lobbies are feeling so low. I don't think they all can be in combat zone. I didn't check it all. I didn't check every game mode. But that does seem a little bit suspicious, at least in my opinion. I'm not saying they're adding, players or bots or whatever to the game, but it is a little weird, Now, I can tell you from my experiences playing since they've added Z2 back that there are a lot of new players, a lot of people that I've ran into. I've seen players that don't know how to heal. I've seen players that don't know how to pick up a gun. I've seen players that, they just completely play like bots. And I have, every single time that I've ran into them, I have made sure that I talk to them because I wanted to make sure, that, some people will still accuse people of being actual bots. I've talked to every single one of them. They've talked back in game. So they are real people. It is a weird, type of thing to be questioning whether a person is real or not in a game. But just to, give a little bit of a light to it, they are actually real people, at least the people I've ran into that have been really bad at the game and are really new. One guy in particular, I can't talk. He told me that he was very, very new to the game, and I said, okay, bud, have a good game, and I drove away from him. So there are some new players, obviously, but this many players at one time doesn't make that much sense. Now, one thing that I brought up on Twitter was that there was a huge, Twitter debate at the time of the players rising so much about the Pro League, the players not being paid. There was a huge esports Twitter page that posted this very long article about Jace Hall and how he treated everyone horribly and how he didn't run the company right, all this stuff, how he didn't pay the Pro League players. And that was a lot of feedback and a lot of, drama around H1. A lot of big people tweeted out about H1. A lot of talk was about it. But Ark, he actually replied to me, didn't even tag him in anything. He actually replied to me for the first time, I think, ever on Twitter, and he said that that's usually not how it works. He said if there's negative feedback towards the game, it doesn't make people want to come and play it. But my logic around that was that people had kind of forgot about H1. Fortnite's not in the best case right now. It's not doing that well. They've been doing a lot of stupid shit as well, and people had kind of forgotten about H1, and it being free to play, they're kind of, and most people already own it anyway, they probably were like, hey, let's go see how this game is, and because they saw everybody posting about it, they saw everybody talking about it, so they're like, let's go see how H1 is in the year of 2018, and that's why I think some people might have came over and tried the game. Now, Ark, he disagreed with me. He said that's usually not how it works. If there's negative feedback about a game, nobody goes and tries it, but that was my logic around it, so that could be a little bit about why there was such an influx of players. I'm not one to really be making accusations, though. I'm not in any place to, and for all I know, it could just be because people might be leaving the client open or some shit, and that's why there's people that are on it but not actually in games. Who knows? There could just be people AFKing hours. I don't know, but I'm not gonna sit here and make accusations. It's just been something that people have talked about a lot on Twitter this week. Like I said, I've seen it a lot. A lot of people think that everybody's wondering where all these players came from, and that's just my little thoughts on it. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. If you did, make sure to leave a like, go comment, sub, all that good stuff. I'd really appreciate it. And if you're questioning why I look like what I look like in this face cam on this vid, Yorkinet above the face cam, he paid me a lot of money to shave my eyebrows, so I look really stupid. I hope you guys have a good Thanksgiving today. I'll be, rocking no eyebrows, and I'll talk to you guys in the next one. Peace.